This is the big thing to me when we're talking about making this move, right? You didn't fix your quarterback position. You invested $10 million into a guy to not fix something. I understand you have to make a move. There's cheaper guys out there. And I guarantee you, there are cheaper guys out there. You fixed nothing by bringing in Andy Dalton. You know what you did? You put Andy Dalton and Bill Lazor back together because they were together in Cincinnati. That's what you did. Like the video if you agree. You fixed nothing by paying Andy Dalton $10 million. You fixed nothing. Your quarterback position, you needed a bridge guy, right? He's not that much bigger of a bridge guy than Foles. You can say Foles got hurt. Okay, you needed a bridge guy. Sign another cheap veteran off the street. And I understand they were out on the quarterback conversation because they were going so hard for Russ, but you gave $10 million away. It's a one-year deal. It doesn't fix your quarterback position. We don't even know if he's going to be the starting quarterback. Andy Dalton does have to come in here and win this job. Now, you brought him in because he meshes well with Bill Lazor. Okay, you know, that's the OC you running. He's going to know the system. You did exactly what they did last season. And guess what? The talent that's on your team that's not rookie talent doesn't want to deal with that. Especially on the defensive side, these guys' bodies are breaking down as we're watching game by game. These guys are getting older game by game. They're starting to not want to deal with that. This window, I'm going to be real with you. Unless you find in the draft this year or next year, the next Pat Mahomes or Deshaun Watson, your window's closed. Your window is closed right now.
Let me ask you something. Did you expect this move? Let's put this into real perspective, because I see your point, valid point, and as a long-term Bears fan, and I respect it, right? However, when you're betting big, when you're betting big, and there's stipulations to betting big, and you need to keep yourself in that thing. It didn't say they're not trading Russ. It said just not at this time, which was reports we got a week and a half ago. This still allows us to have options.
Right.
It looks stupid from the perspective of, if this was a move, if this is the only move we make this off season, yeah, we're doomed. Yeah. I get that, right? But if this is just to set us up for something, it could be money well spent. I think it's a little too early to pass judgment on it. And from the looks of it, all of the good QBs that were in the entered free agency were getting snatched up immediately. Those organizations were not letting them go.
Right. I'll agree with that. I agree with what you're saying, but does that mean spend money to settle? You settled. You knew Mitch wasn't coming back. You knew that relationship had been broken, and you settled. Can we agree on that the Bears essentially just settled on a guy? Like let's be real. Let's be real. If Fitzy was still out there, it might have been him.
I respect Fitzy though. You know I love Fitzy.
Hey, look. Fitzy would have at least been entertaining. You know what I'm saying?
I love Fitzy. I want it.
To me, you settled. You got nothing great out of this deal. You got nothing that changes your team out of this deal. You got nothing that essentially improves your team out of this deal. You spent $10 million. I could have told you go buy a couple different Lambos and you could have spent $10 million better.
Wow.
I could have. I'm just saying that, and it's not a slight to Andy Dalton. I'm not gonna be that person that's like, Andy Dalton is the worst quarterback I've ever seen in my life. We're Bears fans. We've seen worse. But I am saying that there are so many holes on this team that $10 million could have went towards something useful towards this team. That $10 million could have went towards something. And I'm not even saying that those pieces are out there, but $10 million is a good starting point if you're trying to fix your offensive line.
Let's be honest. A lot of the moves that we needed to make, Bill was making because he had the money to do it. Bill did what no one was willing to do, and what no one's willing to admit is Bill sucked for a year, got on TV, said we had no money. How do you think we won it? We had no money. When he got the money, he spent it on some of the people that we should have picked up. Yeah. Am I wrong? So when you're dealing with that, he surrounded his QB and stuff like that. They built up. There's other organizations that had the cap and were willing to make moves that we just weren't capable of making because our focus is on settling for that QB.
Right.
Right? You just have to put it, I'm always going to go back to put it into complete context because, again, it's just March. We got a whole draft. We got a whole, what is it, 3-4 months?
Yeah.
We got a long time. We're going to be talking about Andy Dalton for the next 4 months until he gets moved or Nick Foles gets moved. Let's be honest.
Hey, that's the part that hurt. We gon' watch. We gon' talk about it. I'm so pissed off at this. Though. I got to talk about this man for how long? Like, to me.
Now. Go ahead. Just because I don't want to feel like you. Because Pat carries the show. Pat does such a great job.
I'm sorry, dog. I'm sorry. You know that man's
passion. You do your thing, bro. He carries this team for real. So hey, shout out to Pat. Like, share, subscribe. You know we talk Chicago sports weekly. But check this out.
I'm no Andy Dalton. I'll tell you that much.
Hey, he definitely ain't Andy Dalton. But I tell you what, I'm not gonna be Javon Williams either. Hey, listen, that's the clip. The only problem with this move is what does it tell the team? What communication is happening with the team? Because Robinson is already reported to not want to play under the franchise tag. Does this let him know, like, are they having those conversations is the only thing I'm worried about. Because outside of that QB position, all we needed was someone who can get of above 90 QBR to get me to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And in my honest opinion and looking at the numbers, he's a better QB than Foles. He's a better QB than Biscuits. He is.
Okay. Is he?
But
does
my receivers want to stay with him? That's what I want.
That's the thing you have to understand. I mean, realistically, you just let's talk about because I mean, if we sit here and talk about this for too long, I'm gonna blow a gasket. But look at what the next move is, right? Kind of like you were saying. What is the next move? Can you go out and find you another Allen Robinson? Because essentially that's what you have to do now. In my opinion, I highly doubt. Allen Robinson has already said he doesn't want to play under the franchise tag. Allen Robinson has already said that he doesn't want to he's not going to go into a season playing under that. There's reports that he won't sign his tag and he's going to demand a trade or sit out, which I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know about the sit out. The sit out to me is for a wide receiver,